Okay, so now look at control structures. Earlier we discussed about the uh, Python control structure as flow of control. First one, we took the sequential structure. Can you remember the test paper which I gave you some question, finding the hard disk capacity and some calculations? Then that means sequence one after the other, we are going to execute the code. Sequential executions of the code statements are there in the sequential structure. Then selection structure, we use two options, whether true or false. So when we are using selection structure, we use two options. That means true or false. If else, if are there. Then elif also there. So repetition means we are going to use something like loop. So some conditions are repeating until it come up to the satisfaction. That means 1 to 10 numbers. So until increment up to the 10, that loop is iterating. So like we are going to do some repeating piece of code multiple times in a row. In Python, there are mainly we are considering two types, while and for loop. Okay, so now look at control structure, sequential, then selection if conditions, else condition, repetition for and while loops. So repeating the piece of code multiple times we call as a loop. So this is important. I think only this one you can copy. Okay, start copying this one. Okay, for loop. So for loop has ability to iterate over the items of any sequences, such as list or string. Okay, so when we take the for loop, according to the given limit or according to the that means statement, or for example, in array, take all the items which is available there, or as 0 to 5 letters, 5 numbers. Likewise, one after the other, if you want to call it, we can use the for loop. So until satisfy the requirement, this one will keep on repeating. I just show you some example. Now here I have a question to print 1 to 5 numbers. So when I want to print 1 to 5 numbers, that means including number 5, I need the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For that, just look at the flow chart. Start, then process x equal 1. Is x lesser than or equal to 5? If it is true, then print x, asking to print the x. Then increment by 1. So add another 1 to the x. That means x is going to increment. In the beginning, it is 1. Then second one, 2. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. When 6 comes, if it is not equal to 5, therefore false, it will end up. Okay, we'll discuss this one again later. So until it satisfies the given condition, this loop will keep on iterating. Okay, so that's what we are calling as a loop in the for loop. So item form sequence, execute the statement. It may be asking you to increment it. Next item of the sequence should be there here. Then keep on iterate. If it is false, it will go to end up. Shall we draw this one first? Okay, so now look at this question. Print number 1 to 5. Display goodbye at the end using Python program. So that means your requirement is display 1 to 5. 1 should be there, 2, 3, 4, 5 also should be there. In Python program, normally we can't give the ending one as a 5 because Java program is working, but Python, it is normally take 1 earlier. So now 1 to 5, if I give, I will get only the 1 to 4 numbers. Therefore, when we are using Python for loops, we have to give the 1 number before that. That means 1 to 6. So now look at for x in range brackets 1, comma 6. Okay, X in range, that within bracket 1, comma 6, close the bracket, colon. So since there is a colon, it will give the indentation tab space. Okay, so there's a tab space because of the colon. So for loops, we have the colon there. So print goodbye. So goodbye is within the inverted commas. Once I execute it, I will get the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then goodbye at the end. So why did I give 6? We can't take the, that means number 5 if we give number 5. So if I give the number 5 here, I will get the output up to 1 to 4 only. So Python normally, if we need the last digit, number 5, we have to take the number 6. Okay. So then just look at this and begin. This is pseudocode. Begin for x equal 1 to 5, print x. Actually, this next also should come to right hand side a little bit. When we're doing the pseudocode, indentation is not must. Okay. For the exam, we are not checking the indentation of the pseudocode, but Python program, we are checking the indentation. Tab space, that is strictly checking the tab space, but pseudocode, we are not going to consider tab spaces. So here, begin is there in the pseudocode, then ending should be there at the end. In between, for x equal 1 to 5. Here we can mention 1 to 5. The print x, take the next x, this should be capital, print goodbye, end. Then this is the hand trace table. First x is equal to 1, first iteration. Okay, I just explain the flow chart, then I'll move to the hand trace table. Look at the flow chart. Start, x equal to 1. It initializes the x value is 1. Why? 1 to 6. So since there's 1 to 6, it identifies the values. Starting is 1, ending at 6 means 6 is not taking the output, only the 5. Is x lesser than or equal to 5? That means same way you can write is x lesser than 6. That also okay. Okay. So lesser than 6 means lesser than or equal to 5. In Python, Java little bit different. So print x, take the next value. First starting value is x equal to 1. So now add another 1. That means number 2. So check the number 2 whether it is lesser than 5. Yes. Print x. Then add another 1. Number 3. 2 plus 1, 3. Then check the 3 less than or equal to 5. Yes. Print number 3. Then become number 4. Then take it. Print number 4. Then become 5. Take that value and print the number 5. Then 5 plus 1, 6. It make the number 6 also. But when it's come to this place, is x lesser than or equal to 5? So our value is 6. Is 6 lesser than or equal to 5? No. Then we have to move to the print side, false side, then stop it. Okay, is this clear? Then next, now we'll look at the hand trace table. We have the x value beginning 1. Then is 1 lesser than or equal to 5? Yes. Then output should be 1. Then increment 1 by 1, then 2. That number 2 is coming this place. Then number 2, whether it's lesser than or equal to 5. Yes. Then output number 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Then take the x equal 3. Then is 3 lesser than 5. Can you understand the hand trace table? So it will keep on repeating up to number 5. When number 5 printed, then add another one, then 6. Then 6 is not equal to equal or lesser than 5. Therefore, display the goodbye. Can you understand? Now you have to first try this code, then check whether you are getting the same output. After that, copy the code, copy the output, then write the pseudocode and draw the flowchart. I think it's better to draw the flowchart like this. Okay. That means first code, then flowchart, first Python program, then flowchart, then pseudocode and hand trace table. Okay. Once you draw the flowchart, it's clear for you. Then pseudocode and hand trace. Okay, now start practical. First code it, then copy the node. Okay.